Hey everyone, Jason here for Campaign Sauce Digital Marketing. Thanks so much for coming in to take a look at this case study that we have on growing online donations for a ministry. So, first question that you have is, who in the world is this Jason guy and why should I care? I've been self-employed for about 20 years now, and I started out in the coaching consulting space, which was a lot of fun, but I just love technology. So I found myself doing what's called Rev Ops, right? So if you're in the business to business space, anything from digital marketing to sales, those two have been kind of mashed together into one big organization now called Rev Ops. So you'll be seeing that a lot. Also, I really love digital marketing itself just as a standalone, and I love e-commerce. Most recent series of RevOps engagements that I've helped a company migrate from an old platform over to Salesforce. I've helped a company work with HubSpot as a marketing platform, which is a ton of fun. Love doing business to business email marketing. Once you get your list to a certain size, you're almost guaranteed money every time you send out an email. So that's been fun to work with. And I especially love online lead generation. I did start my own e-commerce store, ran that for about 13 months, had over 2,200 transactions in that short time, and ended up selling that business. And my big question that I have when I wake up every day is, how can I use the skills that I have to help you make money, to help you grow your business? So, recent portfolio here, more to the point. Inside the digital marketing e-commerce world, I ended up working with some clients who have an online store. Great couple out of Nebraska. They're just really fun to work with. So we created a holiday campaign for them that has about 30 emails to it. Plus, we added in some SMS marketing there for Black Friday, Cyber Monday when we get to that point of the year. And I realized, hey, as I'm creating this, I love doing in-person workshops. I can take what I've created here and I can build an entire workshop around it. So I did that. So for those of you who like live workshops and just kind of want to go in, get your hands into stuff, by all means, look for that. I recently have also worked with a ministry to increase their online donations, and that is, of course, the case study that we're going to be talking about here today. But first, for those of you who want to get in touch with me, hop over to campaignsauce.com. Look way over there in the right. You're going to find that chat window. Just interact with me over there, or of course, you can always email me at jason@campaignsauce.com. Now, let's get into the meat of it. Let's talk about growing the donations for this online ministry. So here's what the background of the ministry itself. They're very viable. They've been around for quite some time. Their website reaches thousands of people per day. They have a blog that they have contributed to over the years. They have over 1,500 posts. That is a very large blog, all right? So that is actually bringing in a lot of organic traffic here, which is a really good thing. And they do some campaigning as well to get more traffic in, but mostly it's the organic reach that their blogs have. They do have several social media accounts, on all the different platforms, right? Twitter, which is now known as X. They're over, of course, on Facebook. They're over on Truth Social. They're Threads. You name it. These guys have a social media platform for it. Let's see, email list. They have thousands of subscribers in their email list. I've been very, very happy to watch the growth of that email list over the years. And they do have hundreds of podcast episodes. So if you're thinking about how would you run a good blog platform these days, frankly, these guys are doing a lot of the right things here. So anyways, that does does lend towards the amount of traffic that they're able to generate. And of course, the person who heads this ministry, prolific writer, prolific author, has published over 20 books, which is just outstanding. Seriously, these people are content creation machines. So they're doing a lot of things very well. But the problem is, with as much of this traffic as they have, the problem still is they're not really getting the traction on the donations that they need, right? All the traffic that comes in, very small percentage actually donates to support this ministry. So that is the issue. So my recommendations here, just kind of looking at, say, the non-technical side here, just looking from the marketing angle, I didn't really know that they were asking frequently. On occasion they would ask, but not as frequently as what I would want to see them do. Also, they were taking a bit of a passive approach. And by passive, I mean, well, we kind of have this little button over here on our website. And, if you happen to see it or you happen to bump into it, maybe you'll click on it and learn more about giving. Okay, so we ended up fixing that. And then on the emails that were being sent out, I was a little surprised that there wasn't more of a, more of a aggressive, lack of a better term, aggressive, more of a frequent approach on asking for donations, right? And some people, there's just their philosophy. They just feel uncomfortable asking for you to give, so they don't. All right. So, anyways, my encouragement for this ministry was, hey, go over there and just start asking a lot on the emails. But another thing that is really good. When I look at what they were doing in the past, they were doing a lot of just kind of broad general asks. Okay, so yeah, hey, support us, right? It wasn't necessarily, hey, we need to raise $2,000 to go give to this particular cause in this particular country. It wasn't really specific like that, okay? And you've seen over the years where there have been ministries such as Heifer International, Lutheran World Relief. They've made it very easy for you to say, oh, I want to donate $10 to a cow. I can't buy the whole cow, but I at least want to donate $10 to it, right? So very, very specific, cause-specific type giving is very good and very effective. Also, you need to make it easy to give. And again, whenever I was talking about the donate now button that was kind of up there on the website, once you clicked on it, there was just an older platform there, right? I'm just going to call it more of a first generation online giving campaign. Frankly, a lot of people couldn't really figure it out. Frankly, a lot of people just found it hard to use, right? So we ended up taking care of that. We shifted in a new piece of software. There's kind of a new, I'll just call it second generation of donation software that's come out. And there are several ones to give, or several ones to choose from. But what I like most importantly here is we see here that we have on this, once you've clicked on the donate button, you get a pop-up window that looks like this. Do you want to donate once or do you want to give monthly, right? I love that toggle that's there because sometimes you can even default to monthly, and maybe people won't give as much on the first month, but to have them in for a monthly donation, right? Maybe they were just going to give you a one-time donation of $30, but instead they decided to just sign up for monthly at $10. Chances are pretty good you'll end up getting more on a monthly than you will on a one-time. So anyways, I like that. And again, depending upon what software you're using, you can also have a quarterly, you could have an annual, right? So you can have many different options there. And then after you hit the next button, of course, it's, hey, how do you want to pay? Right? So a lot of people just choose debit card, but Apple Pay, frankly, is growing as a donation tool. So I've been seeing a lot more of that. If you make PayPal easy, that's happening. I would say that's maybe at a plateau now. Venmo is actually becoming a lot more prominent these days because more and more people are switching over to Venmo. So anyways, you're seeing that happen. So the key here is you have multiple ways to pay, whereas some of the first generation, the only game in town at that point was really PayPal. And if you're not a PayPal fan, or you don't have a PayPal account, or you don't understand that you can still give through your debit card through PayPal, if people haven't really explored that, I don't have PayPal, sorry, right? And then you're out. So I think we were seeing a little bit of that with this ministry. So what I've done here on this next page is I went ahead and pulled up a screen capture. I can't just go in and show you guys a live view of the behind the scenes, right? Because we've got a lot of privacy information, a lot of people's first and last names and giving amounts, right? So this guy right here is a bit sanitized here. So I went in and took out some of that personal information. But you see in this case, we chose DonorBox, right? So that's the software platform that we chose. And we were really, really happy with it. But this isn't a DonorBox infomercial here. The DonorBox is a great example of this kind of second generation of giving platforms. So you can see here, gross donation. These guys have over $20,000 that have come in through donations now. And that's up significantly from what they were getting. Average donation, look at that, $125. Their average donation used to be less than $50. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And then, of course, off there to the right-hand side, you can see 163 donations. Really neat stuff here. So kind of going up and down the center, just looking at this campaign, right? So I'd said before that there were a lot of places that just kind of give like to a general campaign, right? So it's this general call of support the ministry. All right, that's okay. And they're still doing a lot of that. So you see over here on the left-hand side where it says campaigns. So you can actually have different campaigns running. You can have a general campaign running that does support, say, some of the operational costs of the ministry. Or you can also have the, hey, we want to buy that cow for these people, or we need to go fix so-and-so's car, or we've got the parking lot fund, right? So if you want to have specific specific giving you can. And some of these platforms have the old thermometer, right? So if you end up giving to a certain amount, you fill the thermometer all the way up. Anyway, so you can do that. Also, what I find is fun here is the idea that you can do recurring, right? So as we saw earlier, where people can choose monthly, right? So you can go in there and you can create some kind of a recurring campaign as well. So anyways, fun stuff of when we just look down some of the amounts here, $137, $50, $300, $300. And look, all these are monthly, right? So that's great. That's recurring giving, and that's the kind of thing that ends up supporting a ministry, is that recurring giving. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. This campaign, or this project that I worked with, this ministry, was a lot of fun, and really, really enjoyed doing it. If you would like me to help you and your ministry with your online giving campaigns, by all means, again, reach out to me over there at campaignsauce.com. And again, you're going to want to look over there towards the right. You'll end up seeing that chat window. And hey, if you're not already seeing this on YouTube, I have a lot of case studies over on YouTube. And again, you can always reach me at jason@campaignSauce.com. Thanks so much.